Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the ScreenShot, the show where we have raw and unfiltered conversations about issues that we face as young people of Zimbabwe. And today we want to discuss the topic of youth participation in social and economic sectors of our country. So joining me today are two amazing guests who I'm going to let introduce themselves.
Hello guys, my name is Slavet. I'm coming from a project called Safe and Inclusive Cities, which is being implemented by Plan International, Zizo Motion Pictures, and Blawa Vendors and Traders Association.
Good day everyone, I'm Phathisa, but you can call me Star. I came through the same project, Safe and Inclusive Cities.
Star. I didn't know that you are the name of Star. I would have started calling you Star with that. So welcome ladies to the ScreenShots. I'm so happy that you were able to join me. So today the topic that we want to talk about is something that most people say young people are not interested in, political and social issues of our country. They say most young people are disengaged from izinto. And so do you guys think that young people should be involved in political issues? Like, I wanted to say political and social issues, but let's start with political issues. Should young people be involved in political issues? I'll start with you, Star.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like young people should be more involved in political issues. The reason being, isn't they say the youths are the future, and if we are the future, then definitely politics affects us in a way. Hence, we have to fully participate and engage in political issues.
And you, Slavet?
For me, I think yes, they should participate. The reason being is the decisions that we make today, they are going to affect us in the future. So as they all say, the youth, as you said, are the future. So as the youth, if we participate in politics today and make decisions for ourselves, that will affect our future. We will know what consequences are we going to face in the future.
Okay, we're going to talk about like the true reasons, the many reasons that young people have to participate in political issues. But first, I want us to discuss the reason why young people are disengaged. Some young people really are disengaged from things that are happening in the country, socially, politically. They're not really invested or interested in doing these things because they think it's not really my time and
exactly.
Let the others do it and so what causes this disengagement in political issues?
For me, I don't really think it's an issue with this Most young people out there, they think the political system doesn't hear what our concerns are. They don't care about what we are concerned about. Like, they don't listen to our concern, to what we want and all that. So, and it's also, we don't have political trust. We don't trust the political system, and we don't trust the ones that are leading us. So because there is no trust between the young people and our leaders, I'm telling you that as the young people, we will still not be interested in that.
What do you think? Before I add my own 2 cents on that, what do you think?
Okay, I definitely agree with what she said. And also the thing is, we are really scared to fully involve ourselves in politics.
Yeah.
Because of the many reasons that I'm not going to mention, but we are scared of our lives one way or another. And also the fact that she said we are scared, the fact that we are not really sure if they are going to listen to us, our views, whether or not they are going to be valid or not. I think that's just one huge factor that's stopping us from really fully participating. Because,
I hear you. But you guys realize that most of our political leaders right now, they started their activism like
at a young age.
And they're probably younger than us. That's when they started being fully active in these political spaces. Maybe it's because we didn't have like the freedom, but they didn't have freedom, so they were fighting for maybe something generally bigger than that, what we have. Or now we're now the relaxed generation.
We are definitely relaxed.
Because I think the other reason is, as young people, we are not politically educated, if I may say. Like, we don't know, or we don't even care about what, if we make decisions or if we get involved in politics, what will it benefit, So we all think it will benefit from the corruption and all that that's going on, but we don't really know what the decisions that we make today, if we're involved in politics, that will do for us in the future. And so it's all about, I think we are not really politically educated about the systems and everything.
Kati, people who study political science, what? No, I really generally want to know, when you study political science, maybe you guys know, maybe you can educate me, I don't know, maybe Mangena was. When you study political science as a young person, what does that entail? Does it not entail you educate us on things like so, because I don't normally see people like advocating for things like voting and stuff like that. So, but for me now, generally, I think disengagement, it's a bit complex, because it might be there, but have you noticed when there are things for advocating, young people are actually at the forefront.
Yeah,
so sometimes it kind of confuses me, are we disengaged or not? Because sometimes we're also at the forefront of fighting for things, but sometimes we're not involved. So I'm confused sometimes. Anyway, I did pose this question on Facebook, so I want us to like discuss answers lava kulumai and maybe tell me what you guys think about what they said.
Okay.
So I asked this question on Facebook. I said, why do you think, is there a reason why young people are disengaged from political and social issues of our country? And then the answers were, it's scary business. Some of us can't lawyer up. I can't afford a lawyer.
Exactly, we're scared.
And then someone said, I think most people are dealing with personal trauma and probably don't have the capacity to engage in difficult conversations such as politics. Politics is so heavy, meaning you will not have to be so invested and probably face disappointment. For so many, it's easier to just entertain yourself via booze, Instagram, TikTok, because reality is painful. Someone said, the last one that I'm going to read, because there are so many, their opinions never count. So whether you engage or not, it's all the same. Also, it never ends well for those who speak out against the political bigwigs.
That one is very true. Like it's the same thing that we've been saying. People are scared of voicing out. As the first one said, I don't have the money for the lawyers and all that. If you say anything against the political side,
it will come back to bite you.
You might end up in trouble.
You might end up in trouble. So that's why young people, they don't even care right now. They don't even want to get involved.
Okay, say we lived in a utopian society where everything was alright, which maybe it will be. What is the reason why you think we should really engage in political situations and social issues? For one, I think for us to determine our fate, what does my future look like? Because if I'm there voting regularly, encouraging my friends to vote, I'm not going to complain when I say, but the person I really wanted didn't get chosen, but So for one, that's like determining your own fate. What do you guys think? What are the reasons why we really should be invested in our political and social issues?
I feel like at the end of the day, and it all benefits us. Like we should really invest more into it. For example, like a few youths out there know about the existence of the Constitution, and at the same time, the same Constitution, it has our rights. So if someone doesn't really know about it, then how are they going to know if their rights are being upheld? So it's really important for us, to have a normal life. We really should be invested in our country.
Okay, Star. I hear you. What do you think, Slavet?
So for me, I want to give you a simple example. Like we have community meetings, we have budget consultation. So I've realized we usually attend many activities at our youth center. So young people, they're always complaining, they are not including us in the budget consultation and all that. But the question always comes, do you attend? Do you attend those meetings? Do you attend? There's such a meeting there. So for us young people, we don't want to look for information. We want the information to come to us. For example, we don't want to look for opportunities. We want everything to come to us. That's the other problem that I think us as young people we have. So last time we had a session at our youth center, there was this issue of budget consultation, right? Like young people, we want to attend the budget consultation and make sure that as young people, what we want is included. Then I was like, so we have realized that young people don't attend because they think they are not here. And yes, we are not here at the budget consultation. I've attended one of the budget consultation and add out something that we wanted as young people. But when they were concluding, it wasn't even on the list. So we came out with an idea, what if we say, if we are having our activities as young people, we call it, say, our councillors, they do our budget consultation in our spaces where we are free to say anything. Because if we go where we find the elders, we are really scared to air out our views because we think we are not being heard. True. So you think, what if those opportunities or that information comes to our spaces where we are free to say anything? Trust me, the young people will air out whatever they want.
Because I wanted to ask ukuthi information yona leyo ukuthi kulama meetings wona lawa, is it easily accessible? Like itholakala, because I'll be lying if I say sometimes I have to seek it out ukuthi ngitholakala ngibakwazi ukuthi there's a meeting enzakalayo in my community. Like, are there no ways to make sure ukuthi people do know? Sometimes people don't really know. Sometimes some people just generally don't know. Even abantu abadala, they will know there's such a meeting going on. So maybe we can also like plan on engaging people who do these meetings. I'm sure like group chat.
Especially for us in Phumula, we have Phumula Updates group. I don't know for other communities, but that has changed for us. You know, a young person in Phumula created their Phumula Updates group.
That makes
like
sense.
We have so many
Phumula Updates groups. It also bridges the gap between us and our councillor. She can also update us on these issues.
Yes.
Because in my neighborhood, I'm not sure, because it might be there, but I'm not inside. But I've never come across a group elama updates. I do have one type online markets where people trade and stuff like that. But and
but for us in Phumula, I don't know, maybe it's a privilege. We now have a Phumula Updates group, and there are so many groups because it's now bigger and people are
interested.
Interested.
Because I mean, technology, I feel like that's one of the good things about it. It manages to bring us closer together, or share information. So I think that's something that we really need to look at as different communities. Group WhatsApp is not expensive.
Definitely.
So and another thing that I think is important for us to engage in these political and social issues is for us to make sure the future policies and you know, when you're involved in decision making and you make sure ukuthi for that abantu they are really included in these things. So I don't want to sound rude, but sometimes I want some are still clinging to power and they're not really.
They don't understand us.
It's just really, I mean, sometimes you have to explain how to operate, let's say, with TikTok and stuff like that. And for someone to draft policies for you now, as a information
from way back, their experiences and not us.
And I think the other thing that as young people we should do, and let's get more involved in civic engagement and participation. It's like one of the most important things in our community right now when we talk about social issues or political issues. Yes, civic engagement and participation. If you participate, you look for the information. Why is this happening? Just search. If you want to attend budget consultation, what is it about? Or either you want to support the policies, or maybe there's a policy meetings where they want to change the youth policy and all that. Look for the information. Young people always complaining we don't have data for this, but you find young people they're always on TikTok and all that. So let's look for the information. It's out there. Let's participate. If there's an initiative in your community or in Blawayo that has to do with social issues, so there's climate change or human rights, let's just participate and support. I think that's where it all begins.
All right. Anything to add before I ask the question?
Yeah, and also attending those community meetings, those regular community meetings. I think that's where it starts, with us engaging with our community. Only then will we move to larger spheres and be accommodated in other bigger political spaces.
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, let's talk about social media as a tool to spread awareness about issues. Especially, I want us to talk about social issues because that young people go through when it comes to mass social issues. We've discussed before, we've talked about teenage pregnancies, we've talked about cyberbullying, we've talked about just general things as in how do we use social media as a tool in helping other young people be aware of these things and also rise up, stand up against it? What do we do?
So I think that it all dates back to, using social media like we do every day. Like, for example, TikTok is the most used by, young people. So if we could really create videos that advocate for the social issues, definitely young people are going to reach through those videos, and also creating messages and things like that. I feel like social media is the way to go nowadays because most people are on social media, so there's no other way to go rather than social media.
Because most of us are going through a lot, especially when it comes to mental health. I think we're just at a very vulnerable age and time in our lives where you don't really know you're moving from childhood to adulthood.
Yeah, everything happening fast.
Sometimes you just need people who are on the same wavelength to be like, you're not doing that bad.
You're not alone.
I think let's embrace technology at large. Let's not shy away from it, because the way to go now is social media. People are all over social media. So if you want to engage young people or to engage a certain group, go for social media. That's where you find them.
So what generally attracts young people? Let me say, I know we'll be talking about serious issues, but like young people want to help. I wonder. So you are young people, work with young people and other young people. Yes. Did you just generally feel like you wanted to, or you know what, you can actually do this? What enticed you?
I think for me, I've always had an interest in advocacy.
Okay.
Even from school, I was in the child protection committee. I've always been into advocacy. So for some, it's an ambition, something that we always want to do. So that's why I always look for opportunities, look for places where I can do that. But for some, they need to be pushed, and to be encouraged to do this and do that. So there are people like me who are more interested in advocacy, and things like that.
Some people are shy. And you have the will, but you also don't know where to go.
So on the issue of people are shy, I've realized people who are shy. That's why we are now using social media. I've realized that if you post something on social media or on Facebook, you'll find that people who are voiceless, like who don't know how to voice out, they'll comment there. They'll say something there. So that's when you realize that those people, they can also participate, but they cannot come. They are not like us. We can talk, we are vocal about things. But if you post something on social media, they can say whatever they want, you comment. That's also another tool that we are using right now. So our engagement and participation is really something that we need to work with.
And on the political side, using social media. On the political side, let's say mobilization of people. Not mobilizing people, actually, some are tired. But I'm talking about maybe mobilization to attend meetings or stuff like that.
If you put it that way.
Voting, encouraging young people to vote, because gone are the days of going door by door. Some people still do it to this day.
But it has no effect.
You can do jingles, you can do short skits about voting, you can do that, So it's something that we are now engaging into through the SEG project on digital advocates. So
tell us more.
So yes, the SAIC project, it partnered with, I say, two organizations, that is Zizo Motion Pictures and Black Vendors and Treasures. So with Zizo Motion Pictures, we are into digital advocacy. So it's one thing that I've been working on, doing jingles, shooting. We have a community bridge talk show where we even talk about such issues. We do skits, and we recently shot a movie that has to do with social issues that young women are facing. So we also do
the one you were saying,
yeah, it's the one. It will be launched very soon. So yeah.
Angela, ukuthi inini our advertise.
Yeah, on social media.
Please go and watch it.
Yeah, when the day is out, I'll
that
definitely tell you when the date is out. So it's something that we don't need only one organization to do that, but as a whole, even sites, you can do something like that, maybe skits or anything like that. So it's something that we are now pushing, we are now getting engaged with, you know. Like right now what we are doing, speaking about these issues is also part of what advocacy. So it's something that we are adapting into.
All right. And you, Star?
Personally, for me, there will be ambition. It's at heart, you know, and that even if it's not about advocacy, but the whole issue of volunteering, you know, humanitarian work, that's definitely at heart. And you can't really push someone to do something like this. It has to come from the heart in order for you to, you know, reach a larger ground and do what you love. So I think it's first developing love for it.
Yeah.
In order for you to actually achieve the goal in which you be targeting.
Yeah, because young people these days, they don't do anything for free.
Yeah. So if you don't have money to give them, then
so they don't do everything for free or anything for free. They need something to push them, you know. So it's all about being at heart, you know. Volunteering, they don't understand what comes with volunteering, what opportunities comes with volunteering.
But sometimes, guys, money is not evil. So, I once had a guest here. She's a Christian rapper, and so I was talking about we were talking about the challenges that she sometimes faces, and she's like, money, guys. I'm a Christian, but I still need money, and stuff like that. So sometimes.
Yes,
it
we
can
need
be an
money.
incentive, but I get where you guys are also coming from.
Yeah, we need money. That's where issues with entrepreneurship, economic development come into it. But young people, they need to understand that when it comes to issues of volunteering, a lot of things come from that. If you are volunteering for an organization, just know that organization need to connect you to other links.
Yeah, they'll give you recommendation and your resume grows.
That's how you grow in this field of voluntary and all that. That's how you grow. Don't expect money right now.
When the term volunteer,
it says it all.
It's for experience. And
it's for experience and connections.
It's for a good cause.
It's for a good cause.
Yeah, it's really for a good cause. So when you close off the show, guys, as young people, what impact do you think we can truly have in this world? And not the world, let me not go big. Let's say our country, or our city, in our communities. What power do young people hold in their grasp? What's going on? What can we do? What impact can we have in our communities?
Okay, I feel like as youths, we are underestimating the power that we have. Like you mentioned earlier on, the ones that came before us, the ones that are in power, they took the country when they were youths in their early stages of, you know, maybe teenagehood. When they fought wars, they were youths back then. They were not the old people that we see today. So in as much as we are scared and all that, I feel like we should stand up for ourselves and take charge, be in power. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like we should stop underestimating the power that we have. And we'll
being afraid.
We are really scared.
We are.
I think we have the power to influence what's going to happen tomorrow. In what situation are we going to be as young people? Tomorrow we won't be young people anymore. So let's use the power that we have right now to influence our youngsters. As I was saying, technology is now evolving. It's now evolving in our community. So let's utilize that as young people to influence what will happen in the future, what we will do in the future. Because tomorrow we are going to be those leaders. You know, if you want to carve out corruption, carve out all the issues that we are facing, economically, social, it starts now. So let's fight it right now for us to make sure that in the future we won't face that. But if you are just seated and say, let them deal with it, nothing will happen, no one will do it.
Because I feel like most of us, we want a better future for everyone, not just the selected few.
Yeah.
Everyone to be, happy. Just that sometimes the bare minimum is just lacking, and I feel like it's not fair if you are in a country where just in your basic things are not at your grasp anymore.
Yeah.
Ukuthi sidleni sonke, it's not nice ukuthi masihambe emgwaqweni laphana ama number of street kids
every day
rising.
It's just it's disheartening, because when we were coming to the studio today, line, maybe you guys didn't see it. Is it POSB? I don't know.
POSB. Long line
of old people. Like,
it's really disheartening.
I'm pensioners and for me to see them la panel line in it was so disheartening.
Exactly.
And I was really thinking, is that where we are also going?
If we don't do anything right now, that's
definitely where we're headed.
We'll be there, I'm sure, because we came a little early. So imagine for that queue to be so long, and those are our grandparents.
Probably gonna spend the whole day there.
Some of them probably fought in the liberation, and now they're not really reaping the rewards. So Bantu bakithi. We'll see time. Youth participation in social and political issues is very important for our future. I hope I'm really threatened. Thank you ladies so much for joining me and having this conversation. I think Lam really learned a lot. Lam say let's
not do that.
Don't involve us.
Let's not do that.
I am joking, guys. But thank you so much for coming, and hopefully Yonkinto Eli and Zayo is going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger, and we'll also come volunteer. We'll come watch the movie. You guys are the leaders that we truly need. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having us.
We really loved it.
And thank you guys for watching this episode today. Please make sure you leave a comment. Tell us what you want us to talk about and discuss on the show, and people that you would actually like to see us talk to. So until next week, bye.